Hello everybody, my name is Roy Boy and welcome back to the 17th episode of Roy Boy Tries to Survive. Now, you might notice I'm standing in the exact same place I did in the outro of the last video, and that's because just seconds ago I recorded the last video, because as I kind of mentioned last video, I kind of had lost a bit of inspiration for this world, and I think I just got it back, so I'm ready to build again. In this video, last episode, as we were trading with all the villagers and stuff, we needed to get emeralds, and as you can see, I upgraded the sugarcane farm back there a bit because the grind for books was getting a bit annoying. Getting the sugarcane, I wasn't getting enough. And this is nice. This gets me a good amount, but I want a constant flow of sugarcane, so that I don't really. So pretty much whenever I need it, I can just go over to a place where it's just being churned out. Alright, so again, we're not consulting the gist of what to do. I hope that's not going to cause me problems in this episode like it did in the last episode. But yeah, I'm going to get started on that. I'm going to pick out a place to start building this farm, and then we'll get to building. So, yeah. Also, I forgot to mention, this happened a little while ago. We got a big mark. So we have our little mark, and we have a big mark too. Now, little mark is much, much cuter, but I think little mark it's kind of a dangerous world for this little guy, so we're gonna keep Big Mark near him at all times to protect him with his big gold sword, because all he seems to want to carry around is a block of netherite, I think that's what it's called. So yeah, so we got a Big Mark and a little Mark, and we'll have to build these guys a better house than that. Alright, yeah, so let's get back into this episode. Alright, so I was kind of going back and forth on this idea since episode 1, but finally I decided I am going to go with this idea. So down here in the whole plains area, there's going to be where the village is with all of the villagers. That's going to be the main focus of down here. And up here where it's a more kind of colder, darker grass block, kind of with a bit of blue. The whole vibe here is a little colder and bluer. We're gonna have this area be the kind of industrial zone. Yeah, so all the farms and stuff, all the redstone farms, which, as I mentioned, I completely suck at. I'm horrible at this kind of stuff, but maybe I'll get a bit better. So yeah, so that's all gonna be up here. So I'm thinking we're gonna build this sugarcane farm here. We're gonna build it up here. Also, as you can see, also the terrain here doesn't look so good with the all these different mixtures of blocks and stone and dirt, and we're gonna get this all fixed up later on too. But for now, we're just gonna build this build right here. So I'm gonna start. So I'm gonna start planning it out, and then I'll show you guys what I did. All right, here's the plan. So now I'll explain what I'm actually planning on doing with all this. So I'm going to cover the places with the rails with grass or dirt, and basically we'll have a minecart with a hopper going back and forth like this in each one of these 3 sections. Then on top of, we'll have the grass, so the grass will be up on this level right here, and that'll hold in the water that's going to go on top of this. And then on top of the water, there's going to be one strip of just a random block, probably stone. On top of that, there's going to be pistons going all the way across. On top of that, there's going to be another random block, probably stone, dispersed with some observers to make sure to see when this gets 3 high, and then the whole top will be with redstone. I came up with this idea just now in a creative world. I'm hoping it'll work. Yeah, so I got actually all the materials I'm gonna need are here. I don't think there's anything else that I'm gonna need. So yeah, so I'm gonna get that all built up. Now, I don't know what this looks like to you guys watching, but for me, this is I mean, it's almost a little embarrassing to say, but this is probably the biggest redstone thing I've ever built. Like, when I was saying I'm not good at redstone, it's not just I'm not good at it, I'm not good at it because I've never actually done it. This is by far the biggest redstone thing I've ever done. I think the closest thing to this was also a sugarcane farm, and it was like just it was with it instead of mine carts at the bottom, it was with water, so it was only like 8 blocks long. It was just a tiny little thing. This is the biggest farm I'm making so far. Alright, anyways, so I'm gonna get into putting these on. So, oh wait, no, that's not the first thing. The first thing is to get these and go like that. Oh, right, and then there's gonna be a system to turn it off, because I believe that I think that if this could, anyways, I'll have a way of turning it off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some sticky pistons and I'm gonna put them here, right there, and then when I click a button, they can pull these blocks away, and then when I switch the lever back, it'll push the blocks back to here. When it pulls these away, this will get deactivated, and then the hopefully the minecart will come and rest here and empty out its contents into the hoppers that are down there. Alright, so I'm gonna get placing all of this stuff. So I'll see you when that. Alrighty, so that is all done. Now, again, I don't know if this is the most efficient way of doing this, but this is the way that I came up with, because I didn't really want to go and watch any tutorials. So basically, I'll just explain the idea one more time. We plant this all the way down here. The reason we can is because right underneath this block there is water. Below this block there is minecart track. Rail, whatever minecart rails that go all the way around, and we'll put a minecart hopper minecart in there. That'll go back and forth, drop them into these hoppers that pass it into the chest here. Very simple, very easy. Up top here there is a few observers, and I guess you can't see it, but the whole thing's covered in redstone. The redstone activates the blocks, which move the signal to these blocks. Alright, so now let's go gather up some of the sugarcane that we have over here. This will also really help, because at some point in the future, one of these episodes, I'm gonna need to build a gunpowder farm, because I really need an easier way of making rockets. So having this will be nice for rockets too. It's not only for trading with the librarian villagers, it's also for rockets, because as you can see, I'm not really using them at all. This is I think I have like 20 in my ender chest, plus the 22 that I have on me right now, and I think that might be it. Like, I don't like it's such a pain to make them, having to kill creepers, because they barely drop anything. Now with the looting sword, it's a bit easier. Oh, and I had flame on my sword, and I was wondering why it wasn't doing any fire when I hit the things, and I looked it up, and it turns out that it can't. It's only for a bow, that enchantment. So you guys probably saw that and thought I was being stupid last episode. Why don't they make it so you can't? It's impossible to put it on the sword if you can't use it. That's so dumb. But anyway, so I wasted a bunch of levels putting flame on this sword, and it doesn't even help. But anyways, alright, so we got this. Let's see if that's enough. I'll plant this up, and then we're gonna need to get one thing I'm really not looking forward for with this thing is we're gonna need to get slime. So I'm gonna head off to, oh right, that doesn't go on the last block. I'm gonna head off to the swamp. I think that's where you find slime, like at the swamp below a certain level. I'll have to look it up, because I'm not so acquainted with the rules of survival yet. So I'll head over there and look for some slime, so we can make some sticky I keep falling off. Make some sticky pistons, because we'll need that to move these redstone blocks back to turn the whole thing off. Yeah, and then I'll check how much time we have left, and if we have time, then I'll make the build. I still have more. Alright. I'll make the build that goes around it, make the house. So what I was thinking for the builds, I thought it would be super cool. As I was looking around in this whole, what's going to be the industrial zone, there's all these cliffs kind of surrounding it. So I was thinking to just have a bunch of like houses, all in about the same style, kind of just sticking out in different places throughout the cliff. Some on the ground, some like up a bit higher, like big windows coming out of the cliffs, and just actually build like I did here. Oh crap. Like I did here, I'll show you, where I kind of built it right up against the cliff, and then it goes in a bit. It goes underneath the cliff a bit. If I can hop up here, you can see it just a tiny bit underneath. and then some of the bigger farms can go even more underneath, and then the house will just stick out a bit. You know, I just thought that's a cool concept. We'll see how it looks. Yeah, so that's the idea for this place. Okay, so now, oh, the last thing I wanted to do was let's grab this dirt here. Let's replace that with stone to make it look a bit nicer, because I realized it wouldn't help to put the dirt here, because we need it. If we have water here, then we can't move the redstone blocks. We'll do that, and then I got some glass. We'll just cover it up with here so we can see into here from. This won't be on the outside of the build. This will be on the inside of the build, so you won't see this from just walking around outside. But just, I thought inside the build it would be nice to actually see the sugarcane to see what's going on with it. Alrighty, so now, well, I kind of forgot what my plan was for this, so once I stop recording, I'll probably remember. But yeah, so I'm gonna do whatever I said earlier I was gonna do. Alrighty, so I'm here at the swamp at nighttime, because it said it has to be below light level of 7, and in a swamp biome between Y levels 70 and 40. So I hope that that's right. I cleared out this little area here because a lot of the swamp was a bit too high, and I was hoping maybe that'll spawn them in. There's a little bunch of zombies here I'll take care of so they don't sneak up and get me in the back. Let's see if we can get some slimes. That'll be really nice, because I actually don't think I've gotten any. There was just that one slime that spawned in our cave, and I think other than that I haven't really gotten any slime this whole season yet. Not season, what am I talking about? Sorry, I'm kind of distracted by the mobs. This whole series. There's a slime. Sweet. Alright, so I'll kill this guy, and then I think I'll stay here for a bit and just farm him up. Let's see. Yeah, slime. Alright, sweet. So I'm gonna stay here for a bit, and I'm gonna farm up some of these slime blocks. Well, I got the 3 sticky pistons, and I thought about it, and it'll actually, so as you can see, I took away one of the hoppers that I had, because I thought it would, I actually really only need 1 hopper, especially if, well, not especially if, but what I can do now is I can only use 1 piston per each one of these, so I only need 3 sticky pistons instead of 6, which was my original plan. Pull away one of these blocks, and then the hopper minecart will have to stop on this hopper, and then it'll dump it into the, and then it'll just unload into the chest if it had anything stuck in there. So I'll put one of those there. I will put the other one next to this hopper, and this hopper is there, so it's both on this place right here. And now I'll hook these up with a redstone current. Okie dokie, so I replaced the stair back with the hopper because it was unloading the hoppers really slow, so I thought this would make it twice as fast, which is still pretty slow, but twice as fast as what it was before. I set up this. I'll make it more compact and better later. Right now, that's just to make sure that this actually works, and everything works, everything's fine. And so as I was looking at the time, how much time we have left, we have a bit of time left in the video, but I don't think enough to really go through the whole build, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and build it. Basically the idea is I'm gonna do something probably using dark oak, and I'm thinking probably like a dark oak, spruce, and stone kind of palette. I thought that would be pretty, and then maybe I should add in some bricks and granite. Alright, I'll play around with the palette a bit, because I want to make a very industrial looking palette. And then I'm thinking kind of like roundish roofs. And I think that'll be really nice with a bunch of, like, I think the roundish roofs kind of look almost a bit like dwarven if you're going into like fantasy stuff. And I'm thinking that this industrial zone is gonna look very almost dwarven. So I'll come up with a really nice, hopefully a nice looking palette, a nice looking design, and I'll build up the build for this one. If this farm works, which it seems to be, it looks like we had we're getting some stuff here, and we're getting some stuff here. Sweet. So we're getting a nice amount of, well, not very much yet, but we're starting to get some sugarcane. So that's super sweet. Let me pop this back in here because I don't need that with me. Yeah, alright, so this has been a success. I'm super happy about this. Like I said, it's the biggest farm I've actually ever built, and this will probably churn out a nice amount of sugarcane whenever I need it. Alright, so I'll get building. And there it is, the final product. After a lot of wood gathering. As you can see, this is a very log heavy build, so there's tons of logs in there. So there was hours and hours of wood gathering, both dark oak, birch, and spruce. And I made I went kind of overkill, I think, with the size. Here, I'll go inside. Obviously, the sun is setting just as I start recording. But you can see the farm's pretty small. So what I was actually thinking is we'll have some more farms up there, depending on what we can do, because there's a lot of empty space up there. So that'll actually be nice. So I was actually kind of happy that it was bigger than it needed to be. Hold on, let me pop down a bed and sleep. I think I have one in here. Yes, I do. That has become very handy, keeping a bed always in my ender chest, so wherever I go I can just pop down a bed. I've been enjoying that. Come on. Oh, there's monsters in here. What? Oh yeah. Alright. So yeah, so once I can get to sleep, I think this is getting to the end of this video. This build here, I'll show it from the front. I think I'm so happy with the way it looks. I think like every time I build something recently, I've just completely fallen in love with what I built. And every time it keeps getting bigger. Like when I built this first house, I thought it was maybe a little overkill just for the first little farmhouse, and then I built the church, and I was like, alright, that's definitely overkill for the few villagers that I had in there. And now that's even bigger than this one, and bigger than, it's by far the biggest thing I have. Can I fly? I'm still not so good with the elytra. But yeah, I love this style. I'm definitely going to, you'll see this popping up in the creative world too, because I just absolutely love this. No, I shouldn't be wasting the rockets, because those 37 rockets are the only ones I have left. But I just wanted to give a better view of it. So just imagine this valley when the whole thing is filled with these kind of houses. It's going to be like a big city. There's going to be probably some windmills and stuff. I think this area is going to look really cool. Alright, so let me turn this around and sign off. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, the first farm we have of this series, and my first farm of this size. And I'm thinking we'll do some more farms. Yeah, I was looking, one of the things we really need to get some more rockets, so maybe a mob farm or something will be coming up soon. We'll see. Anyways, stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, leave a like, comment, all those things. See you guys next time. Bye.